Hi, Joye Williams here. This is the second of two videos about the sessions that we will be doing or classes we will be doing for Law of Attraction at www.lawofattractionpros.com. And our phone number is 760-485-6784. If you would like to call for a consultation or private sessions, we are offering those. And I have been a counselor for over 25 years, and that is my office line. However, this will not be in the role as a counselor. This is more an advisor, and this is more of a consultant and a class that we can share on how to grow and get more of what we want in our lives. But you're always welcome to call us if you do have any questions. But I have been a mental health professional for 25 years and really looked at the universal laws for probably longer than that, even as a kid. But as I've really looked at this, my beliefs has focused to the point where really after going to see Esther Hicks in LA this year, I just felt like this is important stuff to share for happiness, for peace, for creating things in our life that we don't have. And I'm definitely going to recommend you get Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks and the Abraham Group. It is going to be really the backbone of what we will be looking at in the group, so you'd be ahead of the game if you could do that. But you always want to start with an intention, and I want you to even think about this as you go through this video. What do you want more of? Because that's what we're going to do. And my goal for this group is really creating a pathway for ways to simply understand the law of attraction. And they're secrets. They really are. Nobody understands it. Nobody taught these. Even in the Secret movie, which again I would recommend you looking for the video or the book, they left out some things that were really important, but it's a good premise for that. And I think it's good that you really do look into some other things, because it is important. You know, who are you going to listen to around these issues? It's important. You have to have some willingness to change. You have to have a strong desire. There's very specific things that you do need to do to be able to change your attraction to more of what you want. And the law of attraction is a physical law. Just like the law of physics says everything is energy. This is a law, much like gravity. You may not notice it, may not know a lot about it, but it is happening all around you. But Einstein and Edison really talked about this as well, that our brains are transmitters and receivers of energy. And all energy really, if you define it simply, is frequencies or vibrations. And as a kid in the 70s, I mean, vibes were, you know, everywhere. Oh yeah, that guy's vibe. We understand some of these things at a deep level that maybe you don't even cognitively know. We're smarter than that we think we are about some of this stuff. And that things can change. And I think that's really important, that you need to know there are possibilities. Always to focus on, there are possibilities for change and for creating more of what you want. But understanding that the definition for law of attraction is that there is a movement of energy from your brain being transmitted and received by others and by the law of attraction energy itself. And it interacts. But you have to know what you want. You have to be focused about it. And so the definition I'll be using for law of attraction is what you put out, you receive. So that energy you put out, if it's negative, you're going to receive more negative back. And so, of course, you're going to want to think about that and put out more positive. And if you think about this energy like a moving river, it's very similar, or like electricity. It is a moving frequency. But if you go back to the river and you think about it, if you've ever rafted and you put your raft in the river, do you ever see anybody trying to go up the river? Have you ever seen it happen? It doesn't work so well. And that's what you're going to want to look at as we look at what's going on in your life. Are you creating resistance or trying to go against the grain or upstream? And I'm going to refer to this quite a bit as we look at resistance or things that are going on in your life. Are you going upstream or downstream with your thoughts? And keep that flow of a river in mind, and we'll come back to it. But usually there's really two directions within your thoughts. Either you're focusing on what you want or what the lack of what you want. And if we take money, for instance, that's an easy one. People say, I want more money. I think that's the greatest thing. And then if you looked at what you're thinking, are you saying, oh, I never get money come to me. I never find money. I don't have a good enough job. I can't. Those are upstream thoughts. So look at those. Be aware of what's going on because that determines that energy that's going out. And you're going to want to look at that. And if you can believe that your thoughts are part of this flow towards your desired or lack of desire, you're going to really understand how this energy moves and the flow to attract more. And that we need to focus more on what it is we want or understand how we are looking at what we do not want. And our emotions are the second part of this. They're critical and probably the most misunderstood. And I think that's where my counseling background has taught me the most about how to address this very simply. But we have a very sophisticated guidance system that you have in your emotions that can really give you the information that you need. So you're not going upstream all the time, or if you are, it tells you so. And that doesn't matter, what segment or category. If we're talking about relationships or children and parenting or money or social, you want to make a different mate in your life or a new job. The secret is going to be creating the feeling of what you desire. If you want more money in your life, you've got to create the feeling of prosperity. And I think this is like the biggest kind of trick here. I don't feel prosperous. So how do I feel I am? You've got to start looking at possibilities. What would money give you? Freedom? Options? Travel? Look at that for the feeling. I have options. I can go here. I can go there. What if this can happen and I can have true freedom that I've always looked for? Focus on that feeling and then start to focus on the prosperity and what you want. And that's how things start to unfold. And we're going to also look at blocks that we've been taught in our life from teachers, parents. If we say on money just doesn't grow on trees. You have to work really hard to get anywhere. And so you have to start to even look at what did I believe at some point in my life that may not be true now. Or I have a choice now. I'm an adult. Maybe I don't choose to believe that anymore. But you do have to kind of be aware and understand how those are affecting your life. And that is part of what we'll be doing in the class. And so that you can create more of what you want, if it's happiness or money. And it doesn't have to be that hard, but it is relearning some skills. And we'll be doing this together. So I think that in a class is why this is so effective. Sometimes you can't even hear or see what you're thinking, and others can. But you got to become more aware. And so increasing your awareness is going to help you create more new beliefs. And beliefs are simply thoughts that we thought over and over again till we believe them, or somebody said them to you over and over again so that we believe them. Like a teacher, and maybe you're never going to get this algebra, you're never going to be an artist. We take that in sometimes, but you got to understand that that's what's happened and change it. You can do that. And so that's really the job of the class, is increase your awareness of what is blocking your creation and change that thought to a more effective, productive thought, to increase your ability to allow that flow to come in and stop some of that resistance that's going on that's keeping you from getting what you want. So the goals of this class is to simplify all of this so you can really use it, to understand it. And I want to make a clear path to that as my promise. And if you can increase your awareness and look at what's stopping you from this flow of creativity and to focus more on what you want in your life, and it can be just as simple as happiness, you can do that in the group, or we can have private sessions until you're ready. But it really is about helping you to look at something differently. We all have situations that, are problematic in our life, or questions. And that's a format where we can all do it and all learn together. But it is about your awareness, and we're gentle, and it's going to be in a non-judgmental way, so that you can feel safe and secure to be able to do this. And I want to leave you with one technique that you can start doing today. And I want you to start to notice a thought. It could be any thought that you want to look at to change it. You have to choose to change it, believe it, and let's say it's about money. As maybe you pay for a pair of sneakers or go to the store, look at the way as you pass somebody money. What are you thinking? Those people, look at how expensive this is. That's never a good thing. How come I have to pay this bill? Whoops. Okay, that's resistance. So start to look at it as, I'm grateful I have this money to share with somebody else. So there is a change that does have to happen that you have to be willing to look at. But just start to notice right now, how do I look at this? If I want more money, maybe I have to look at it that I'm really pleased that person has more money at this point than I do, to get a feeling of prosperity, to get to that place of change. You do have to hold, or the studies have shown, just holding on to a feeling or thought, a good feeling or thought, for 68 seconds will start the shift to that feeling. And the way you're going to know is you can feel that, oh, that feels so much better not to worry all the time. I let go and I choose calm right now in my life. And you can literally feel it. So that's what you want to do. Hold on to it. Practice 68 seconds, a little more than a minute. That's all it's going to take for me to move through the rest of this today on this video. But you have this control. But you do have to practice it, because change doesn't happen. We've got some old negative thoughts, patterns, and you do have to look at them to change them and choose to. And you can do this. And I've got to say, I think one of the other bigger issues here is doubt. Doubt is the killer of creation or dreams. And if you hear doubt, you can just see your whole spirit kind of tanking, or you can feel going upstream. So really watch the doubts that come on. And I think, again, that's a reason for the class support, that we can support each other through these things. To start to really recreate a new feeling and thought, to create a better relationship with your spouse or your children, and continuing the refocus on thoughts that you want to create. Now, and just remember, the law of attraction is a law. It is always working. It must work. It is a law. So it has been working for you. Look around. You have created what's in your environment. But what if you couldn't fail? What if you couldn't fail? And I want you to keep that as a possibility. Possibilities always opens up things to allow more creation. And that will help to change your belief that there is a possibility as you move into co-creating more consistently in your life. So I'm Joye Williams. I'm really happy to meet you, and I want to, hopefully you'll be in our class. And come to www.lawofattractionpros.com, PROS.com, or call us at 760-485-6784. We're happy to answer questions or love to talk to you more. All right, bye-bye now.